Online students will start in few minutes. Let everyone join. Yeah, please come. You can turn this chair and sit down. Yeah, online students, please wait for few minutes. We'll start in few minutes. You're attending today for the first time, no? Both of you? Okay. So you can go through the recordings once about past two sessions. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the next session. Okay. And do you have any programming idea? Little. You're from computer background or non? CSE only. Sure. You have basics of Java. Yeah, please. ఆన్లైన్ అటెండ్ అయ్యారా నేను ఆన్లైన్ అటెండ్ అయ్యాను Okay. Online and offline students, can you all hear me? Okay. So in the last two sessions, we have discussed about like what is full stack Java and what you're going to learn if you enroll for the full stack Java course. So all the back end, front end, and database, and what are the other benefits you're going to get, the free workshops and communication, HR classes, these all we discussed in the demo one session. And in the last session, we have started the Java, what is Java, and history about the Java programming language. And we also discussed about how to install JDK, Java Development Kit. And also, we have seen how to set the path in both temporary as well as permanent ways. Okay, these are the things we covered in last two sessions. If those who joined anyone new today for the first time, you can go through the recordings of yesterday's sessions and then you will get some clarity. And also, if you're having any questions in tomorrow's session, we can discuss on that. Okay. Yeah. In the last session, we have seen the process of installation and how to set the path in both temporary as well as permanent way. And today we will see how to write our first Java code. So how to write our Java code, Java program ఎలా రాయాలి చూద్దాం. సో టు వర్క్ విత్ జావా ప్రోగ్రామ్, if you are installing JDK, you can work with Notepad and command prompt. That is enough for the core and advanced Java also. But in the real-time scenario, they might be using some IDEs like Eclipse. So later we will learn about what? Eclipse installation also. Now, first of all, what are the steps to write and compile and see the output of Java program? The first step is you have to open what? Notepad. Okay. And the second one is you have to write the code inside the notepad. Okay. In the file, whatever the notepad file you're creating. And you have to save the file. Okay. With class name. Exactly with what? Class name. And you have to save like this. Whatever the class name you are giving. Suppose we consider it as some file name dot what? Java. You have to save with class name, the class name dot Java. That is for sure. In any particular C folder you can create. And then once you are saving, writing the code and saving, you have to compile the code. You have to compile the code. So for compiling the code, you have to go to command prompt. Where you have to go? Command prompt. And at the command prompt, go to the drive or the folder you created. Go to the folder you created. Means what? Suppose here in C drive, let us say we have a C drive here. In this C drive, I might be creating a new folder. Okay, let us say the folder name is like Java 20. Like this, I have been creating one folder. Now, whatever I am writing, I want to save under that folder. Like that, now I am creating one new folder. Like, okay, so here, folder, and I am, okay, so here, let us rename it. I'm going to write like full stack. Full stack 20. This is the folder I created. Now, when you go to the command prompt, you have to open that location. So how to open that? You have to type cd slash, okay, so cd space backslash, and then you have to type whatever the folder you gave there. What I have given here, full stack 20. So cd stands for change directory. So here you have to type full stack 20. Then you came to that particular folder. Okay, did you understand this step, how we are doing? You have to go to the command prompt and you have to go to that particular folder. And here for the compilation, this is the command javac, whatever the file name you have saved, dot Java. I'll explain everything step by step. First, I'm giving you what are the steps you have to follow. After compiling, what will happen? In the last session, I said Whenever you compile, it will generate what? Bytecode. So that will be saved under dot class file. It will be saved under what? Dot class file. And now this bytecode, whatever it is generated, it is taken by the JVM and we are going to run it. So for executing the code after compiling, you have to give just Java and then what? File name. You need not give the extension or Javac or something. File name dot class, nothing. So this will automatically take the dot class file. Understood? So then you will get the output. So these are the steps you have to follow to execute your Java program. So let us follow all these steps one by one. So what we have to do first, go to the search and type what? Notepad. So let us open the notepad. Okay, so we have created one notepad here. Online students, are you all following? Just let me know if you have any questions. So we have opened the empty notepad. Here, I'm going to write the code. What is the second step? We have to write the code in the file. So as we discussed yesterday, the features of Java, what is the feature? Simple, and also we have seen the OOPS concept, like it will follow class and object. It is a object oriented programming language. Everything will be written inside a class only. So here we have to write class and class name. Okay, suppose the basic example, I'm going to write what? Sample. Open the curly brace and close. So whatever you will be writing, it will be inside. This is the open and this is what? Closing of your program. Clear? Class and class name. Remember the rules here clearly. What is the first rule? Class name should always start with capital letter. All the predefined classes in Java also will start with what? Capital. Ma'am, if I give small, will it give any error? No, it won't give you any error. Okay, but still, according to the Java standards, by seeing itself, we'll understand if it starts with capital, it might be a class or interface. So, class names should always start with what? Capital. Method or variable names will always start with what? Small letter. That is what you have to follow. So, we wrote class and class name. And then open the curly brace here and let us write here public static, and then what? Void main and string arguments. I'll explain this. And then you will open the bracket here again, one curly brace, which is for the main method. So this is for the main, and for the main also we are going to close. Got it? And inside the main method, we are going to write like system dot out dot println. Any simple example, welcome or basic, any program, I'm writing like hello world. This is the first example we are writing. Now, what is this public static void main? We said as a technical definition, class is a collection of members and member function. So you will write function or a method in the class. So main is the predefined method we have. What method? Predefined method. So the program execution will always start from what? Main method only. Why it is starting from main? The reasons are here. So this is a normal, like any method, main method, but predefined. So method name starting with small letter. So we are giving this main method as what? Public. So what do you mean by the public? I'm writing here in the comments. See, this is used for comments, multi-line comments. So here, what is the reason of giving public? Public means it is accessible everywhere. It is available everywhere. That is the reason main has to be executed first. If you are giving private, it cannot be compiled or executed. We need to compile the code. So we have to give what main method as what? Public. And then the next important keyword static. So why we give main as static? Any method, if you are giving a static, any method, if you declare that the method is what? Static, it can be called directly without an object. Directly without an object. Any method you take. If you are specifying the method as static, it does not require object. అంటే ఏంటి? Non-static methods compulsory require what? Object. If you're writing any method in Java or predefined method, if it is not a static method, compulsory we have to use what? Object of it. If it is static, we do not require object. Understood? So main is executing first. Main is compiled first. Why? Because it is what? Static. Understood? So here, why we are making it as static? Because it is called directly by class name without object. Without what? Object. And then next, we have given void. So generally, when you are creating any method or a function, it will return some value. Suppose you are calculating area of a circle. 3.142 into radius. What type of value it is returning? Decimal value, right? That means double. So you will tell whether it returns a decimal value or you're returning a name of a person, then it will return some string type of data. So whenever you're writing any predefined method or user defined, it will return some value. And there will be some functions which do not return value, right? You can print there itself. Then you have to declare the method as what? Void. Void indicates that it does not return any value. It does not. It will print here itself. It is not returning anywhere. So we indicate the main as what? Void. So public means it is accessible everywhere. Static means it is called directly by what? Class name without object. Void means it does not return any value. Main is the name of what? Method name. And every argument we initially pass it as what? String type of data. Got it? And then next line, system dot out dot println. So here first, what is this println? Println is nothing but it is a what? Method. It just prints whatever that is there in the brackets. That's duty of the println is what? To print whatever you write. But println is not a static method. It's a predefined method, but it is not static. So what I said, non-static methods compulsory require what? Object. So here, out is the object. What is out? Out is the object. And system is predefined class. System is what? Predefined class. Since println is non-static, class name dot object name dot method name. Remember? So like this we have to write. And whatever you write in this double quotes, it is as it is printed on the screen. It won't check for any logic. Okay, if I tell like A is a number, A is alphabet, but it will print A is number. It won't check any logic about it. Clear everyone? So like that, you will be writing whatever you want in the system dot out dot println. Understood about the code, everyone? So here, that is the reason we make main as static because it has to be executed first. Now, one more point also I have said, you have to save the class. What is the next point here? After writing the code, save the file with what? Class name. So here, what is the class name? Sample. So here in the C drive, I have created one folder, that is what? Full stack 20. I will open that folder and I will write here sample.java. So why we should save with class name? Now you understood? Because main has to be executed first. So if you are compiling with the class name, main is executed first because it is static. Understood? So static method is executed directly. So that is the reason. If you give different class name, then it will not execute the main. So that's the reason you have to always save the file with the class name that has main method. Remember. Okay, so we have saved it. I will just copy this code also in the note here. So once we have opened, this is a code with the comments so that you can understand. Okay, then I'll just remove this comments here. Okay, what is the next step I have to follow? You have to compile the code. You have to compile the code. So after compiling the code, you will be getting the output. So for the compilation of the code, you have the step like you have to go to the command prompt, go to that particular folder and then javac file name dot java. So let us open the command prompt. We already came to that particular folder. So cd backslash and cd folder. Okay, here I have to compile like javac. What is the file name? Sample.java. So this is how you have to compile. Now you can see in the folder that we have created in C drive, you can just check with the dot class file. What I said, as soon as you compile, you will get what? Dot class file. So this is a Java file we wrote. This is what? Class file. So this is a dot class file that is generated. Now this has to be taken by the JVM and give you what? Output. Understood? Clear? So this has to be, as soon as you compile, you will get this dot class file. Now, when you are executing, you have to execute by using the command what? Java file name. And this will give you what? Output. Whatever you wrote in the system.out.println, that output will be given. Okay, so let us write here like a Java and then what is the file name? Sample. So here sometimes you will get an error. You will be getting output usually everyone. Since I have done so many installation, it is not able to find the perfect path for execution of the file. And at that point, this is the command. So to just get the exact path. To get what? Exact path, correct path. So just you have to just make the modification dot sample. That's the dot class file. Then it will give you the output. What we got? Hello world. Understood everyone? The process. So we have created here. So as whatever the steps I have given you, same steps we have just followed. So this is how we write the code and for the compiling and execution. Here, so we have opened the notepad, write the code in the file, save the file with the class name.java, compiled, and then what? Whatever you wrote in system.out.println, it is printed as it is on the screen. Correct? So, ma'am, should I write only one line? Nothing like that. You can write what? Multiple lines. So here I'm just adding system dot out dot again println and here I'm going to write like my name is Likita. And then again I'm going to write like this multiple lines. And here I'm going to just change the text. I am Java full stack trainer. Okay. And this is first example. Like this, I wrote multiple lines. Okay, I'm just saving it. Go to the file and then save. For the first time, you have to do save as. And the next time when you make some modifications, you have to just resave it by using the command Control S or go to the file save. Now, when I run this code, see here, I'm just again executing. Am I getting that updation? I did not get, no. I have added few more lines. My name is Likita. I am a Java full stack trainer, but that code is not available here. Why? Hmm?
Sure.
No, same folder it is there. Yes, online students. Anyone? I saved it. Here we are executing the dot class file, not the Java file. So when I made the modification, it is saved, but it is not compiled, Dot class file is having got only hello world. So it is not updated. So what I have to do when I make the modifications, again I have to compile it. Then it will generate a dot class file with the updated code. Then I have to run Java sample. Okay, whatever we have executed here. Then it will give you the output. My name is Likita. Are we getting now? So remember that if you are making any modifications to your code, you have to compile and run again. Because the previous dot class file is having the code only hello world. After you make modification, you saved it, but you did not compile it. Then how it will get the code that updated? It will not get, right? So again, you have to compile. As soon as you compile, you will get that code back to it. Then you will be getting the correct output. Understood, everyone? So here, the print ln. Ln stands for what? New line. What does ln mean? New line. So if you want in the same line, remove the ln here. Remove what? Ln. Then it will be printing in what? Same line. If you give some space, you will get some space. That's it. Okay, so here I'm removing the ln statement, save this and go back to the command prompt, compile it and then run. Are we getting in the same line? Previously, when I gave print ln, it is coming in what? New line. So, system.out.print or print ln, anything you can use. ln is automatically coming into what? New line. Print is printing in what? Same line. Understood all? Clear everyone? Okay. So, here you can use print and here in the single line only you can use some escape sequences. What are they? Escape sequences. So what are the escape sequences? Means slash t, slash n, like this. These are all what? Escape sequences. So I will just show you what are few escape sequences which we use most frequently. That is, one is slash t. Okay, slash t. And the second one is what? Slash n. Slash t is for giving you tab space. What it will give you? Tab space. And slash n will give you what? New line. Okay, now I will show you the difference here in the same example. Okay, so here I'm going to write system.out.println. I'm writing. Instead of println, I will just write print. And here I'm going to write Java is platform independent. And I will give here slash t and I'll write JVM is dependent. JVM is what? Dependent. So here I gave what in between? Slash t. Now let us save this go back to the command prompt, compile it, and then run it. So now what we are getting, it is coming in same line, but with what? A tab space. Means when you press tab, how much space you will get? Like that, one tab space you are getting. Now, ma'am, I don't want the tab space. I want a new line, but I will not write separate println statement. I'll write like this only. But I want this JVM is dependent in what? New line. Then instead of slash t, give here what? Slash n. Now let us save this again. Go back to the command prompt, compile it, and then run it. Now you will see here, Java is platform independent, but JVM is dependent came in what? New line. Yes or no? So slash t is used for tab space. Slash n is used for what? New line. Clear everyone? So this is one simple basic Java example. Okay. So what is your assignment or task for the next session? I hope everyone installed the JDK. Anyone facing any issue? Those who are attending online? Anyone who joined today for the first time? You might feel little confused if you're non-computer background. So you can message to the admin number. They will share you the recordings and you can follow that and join the next session, or you can wait after this session so I can clarify your doubts also. Okay. Manusha and Keetan, Ramya, Omkar. Okay. Sidhu and Satya, Venkat Reddy, Manogna, everyone. Did you all install? Okay. So anyone facing issue, please let me know at least at the end of the session so that you can share your screen. I can install and help you. Okay. So what is your assignment that you have to do by the next session is you have to write one program like this by yourself and which describes about yourself. Okay. Something like your name. Okay. And your qualification. Okay, where you stay, like address, like this, your hobbies, interest, like this, you can just favorite movie, something about yourself. You have to print at least 15 lines of code. You have to print what? 15 lines. Just for your practice purpose, create one program in the notepad which prints 15 lines about yourself. Understood the question, everyone? Okay, I'm just sharing this process of execution and everything in the chat box also. You can go through this once and then you can just try for the next session. Okay, and those who feel little confused in creating, you can go through the recording. Anyway, after the session, they will share you the recording. Go through it once and then create it if you have doubts. Okay, then next. So we have seen how to create our first Java program and then we have saved it. Like this, we can also do it in an IDE called what? Eclipse, I said. So we will also see how to download and install what? Eclipse now. So let us go to the Google. Okay, and here you have to type Eclipse download. And this is also depending upon your platform. For Windows, Mac OS, you have different operating systems. No, based upon your operating system, you can download. So here you can see Eclipse. Okay, so here you will be finding download and you can just download the first one, all of you. x84 and then 64. Just this one. Is it clear? So what you have to do, go to the Google and then type Eclipse download. Go to the first option and then just scroll little. You can see here, download here and click on this, everyone. Okay. See, Eclipse installation will take little time. Download and installation. If you have little less internet speed, it will take little time. Why? Because here, if you are executing through Notepad, we have installed and we have set the path and then we are executing. But here, when you are installing Eclipse, it will take already whatever JDK that is installed in your computer and it will automatically set the path. You need not set the path at all. అదే సెట్ చేసేసుకుంటుంది ఉన్న జేడీకే యూస్ చేసుకొని. సో ఫస్ట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ జేడీకే అండ్ దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్స్టాల్ వాట్? ఎక్లిప్స్. So once you have downloaded, you can go to the downloads folder. You can go to what? Downloads folder. And here you can see Eclipse. Go to the downloads and here you have to type Eclipse. So whenever you have downloaded, you will see this file, everyone. The setup file. Okay. You have to double click on this setup file, everyone. So when you double click on the setup file here, you will be getting few options. Listen carefully. ఇక్కడ మీరు ఎక్లిప్స్ ఎందుకు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తున్నారు అని అడుగుతుంది. ఓకే. సో యు యూజింగ్ ఎక్లిప్స్ ఫర్ సి ఆర్ C++ or core Java or both for core and advanced? It will give you options like this. Do you want Eclipse for only Java or Eclipse IDE for Java and then what? Web development or C or C++? For what you are using this Eclipse? It will give you so many options like this. So don't install first one. Why? Because if you are installing for Java, advanced level when we are going, it won't work. Again, you have to upgrade to this. So all of you install Eclipse IDE for Enterprise Java and then what? Web developers. Remember that point, everyone. Okay. When you are installing, when you download the same file, there is no change. After double clicking this, you will get this option. Select everyone Eclipse IDE for Enterprise Java and Web Developers. So when you select it, you will get this option. Do you want the start menu and then what? Desktop shortcut. We need it. So I also have here the desktop shortcut like this. So it is easily accessible. So now once you have created here, you click on what? Install. You can see here, it is taking C program files Java JDK. So it is automatically configuring with Java. You need not worry about it. And then click on what? Install. Then it will be installed in your machine. You can go next, next, next. There is no much changes there. You can just click on finish. It will be installed on your machine. Clear, everyone? So this is the process of installation of what? Eclipse. Understood? So download it, double click it, select Eclipse IDE for enterprise and web developer. Only Java if you select, till core it will work. As soon as we move to advanced Java like servlets, JSP, Springs, it won't work again. It won't allow you to create a web project there. So always choose the second one. That clear, everyone? So online students, is it clear? Okay, in your laptop, you have installed 21. Okay, if it is, means you have already, maybe you downloaded Eclipse, any other version? No, same thing. Okay. Okay, just then download JDK 21 otherwise. Okay, so if it is compatible with other version, download it. Now, once it is visible on the screen, you have selected desktop icon. If you remove it, go to the search and type here Eclipse. Understood? If you are creating desktop icon, that is fine. Otherwise, go to search and select it. Then double click the Eclipse here. Double click what? Eclipse. Now it will ask you the path where you want to save all your programs. Initially, when we have done with Notepad, first I created one folder and I saved all one program in that folder. Same as here, by default, you will get like this. See, some Likita Eclipse workspace for you also. Your username and Eclipse workspace will come. You can keep it like that. Or now I have created one folder, right? Full stack 20. Now I want to use that folder. So I will just open the same folder here. What is the folder name? Full stack 20. So let us click on what? Launch. So now it will be opening. It will take little time for the first time. It has to configure, install and all. Only for the beginning time, it will be like a process. After that, it will be easy for you. Okay. So now see here everyone. We will get this welcome screen. You can just close this welcome. This is how it looks. Clear? So how to write a Java program is follow the process. You have to go to the file. Okay. Click on the new and here you are getting web project, all these things. Why? Because we have installed what? Eclipse for web development, right? So by default, it is showing this. So Java project, core Java project is not visible there. So you have to go to the new and click on what? Project. So when you click on the project, you have to select what? Java project. And then click on next. I'll show the process again. After that, give here what? The project name as what? Sample. So, or any project name. I'm giving like core. What I'm giving? Core. And then click on next. And then click on finish. So now it is asking, you have installed for advanced level, but do you want to open in Java perspective? Then you have to click on what? Open perspective. First time it will ask. Next time it will not ask you that suggestion also. Now we have given the name as what? Core. You have to just expand the core. Can you see SRC? SRC is the source folder. What is that? Source. You have to just right click on the SRC. Okay. You just right click on it and say new. And then what we have to create now? Class. We wrote a class now. Just select the class and give the class name. I am giving like the class name is like hello. What is the class name? Hello. And here you can see the option public static void main. If you select this and then click on finish, it will only write the structure of your code directly. Can you see here? Everyone? Class name, public static void main, open and close the parenthesis. Everything came by default. Because when you're doing real-time projects, no one will sit and write in Notepad because you have to write 1,000 lines of code or multiple files. All this structure also, if you have to type and do it, it will take a lot of time. So structure will come automatically. We need to write only what? Logic. Clear everyone? So now here you will be writing system dot out. It will show you the suggestion also. Dot what? Println. And here you will be writing like first program or first example. Either write. Anything you can write. And then what? Semicolon. And once you make the modification, you can click this, it will save automatically. Or Control S shortcut. You know, we will do it in Notepad, WordPad also. Then how to execute it? It will, as soon as we write the code and save it, it is compiled automatically. If there is any error, if I miss the semicolon or anything, is it showing the error for us? So it is compiled as soon as you save it or write the code. You will just execute it. So go to the run and then click on what? Run option. Then it will compile and give you the output here itself. First time, this creating Eclipse, creating project, all this will be a process. But later, just open the Eclipse, right click on the package and say new class, and you can write the code. Easy. Got it? Clear, everyone? So this is a process. If you get confused, go through the recording once and then do it by yourself. Okay. So once again, I'm going to repeat the same process. See here, you have to go to the file, new, and then here, first time I did not get this option. I got like dynamic, Mav, and so many things. But now I'm getting the option of Java project. So if you don't get this Java project, click on the project and type here what? Java project. Select this and click on the next and give the project name. Simply, I'm just giving my name, Likita. And then you can click on next and finish the project. It is created. Yes, everyone. So just expand this. Right click on the SRC and then go to new and then select what? Class. And here give the class name. So I'm just giving like sample and I want the main method to be directly. If you want, you can type, no problem. But there is an option I'm selecting and then click on what? Finish. So here you can write any number of system.out.println statements. Okay. And here as soon as you type and press dot, it will show you what? Suggestions. You can just always select from it. Dot, print or println. Whatever you want, you can just select. And then you are just writing whatever you want, like hello world. Save this and then there is a shortcut here also. You click this also, it will run and give you the output. Is it easy? But everyone first practice through command prompt. That is also important. Sometimes they may ask you as a fresher, what is the process of execution through the notepad and command prompt. There is exact coding you learn because the mistakes are not known there itself. Once you compile only, you will know the errors. Without compiling here, if I miss a closing of curly brace, immediately it will show. But there in the notepad, after compilation only I will know. Here if I write by mistake SS small, it will show the error for me. But in notepad, it won't show. Okay, so this is easy for you, but first you have to know the process through notepad also. So learn that first and then install this and practice. Okay, so this is the same process for throughout all your Java programs. Create the project. One project is enough now. You can right click on the package and do. What we will do, topic wise, we'll save in separate packages. Topic wise, we'll save like data types, control statements, looping statements, oops concepts. Like that, we create separate folders and save so that there is no confusion for us. Clear everything? Yeah. Now, there is a question like, ma'am, how it is knowing println means it should print, main means it should run first. How it is knowing? It is predefined that println should print the data. But where it is defined? In the JDK. We installed what? JDK and we have set the path. In JDK, we are having what? API. Application Program Interface. What does this API means? It's a collection of classes and interfaces. All these classes we are using here, predefined system class, println method, all are defined in what? Those APIs. So, ma'am, what is the package? Predefined package we have for this system, main, println, and everything. There is a default package in Java that is lang package. What is that? Lang package. Remember everyone? So whatever the classes and interfaces we are using, all are defined in what? Packages, which are present in our JDK library. Okay, through the API. So I cannot use the class without importing the package. Without importing package, I cannot use any method of it. See, if you connect to the Wi-Fi without password, you cannot connect to it, no? But for some Wi-Fi's, they will not have the password. Automatically, if you on, it will be connecting to it. In the same way here, if you want to work with certain classes in Java, you have to compulsory import the package. But there are so many classes which we are using most frequently. Then instead of writing that, Java has decided that there is some default package. So the default package in Java is java.lang. What is that? Java.lang. If anyone asks what is the default package of Java, it is java.lang. As soon as you write the code and save it .java, this is imported automatically internally. మీరు రాయకపోయినా ఇంపోర్ట్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ఈ సిస్టమ్ క్లాసు, మెయిన్ మెథడ్, ప్రింట్ ఎల్ఎన్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా లాంగ్ ప్యాకేజ్లోవే. Since it is imported by default, you are using them without writing that import statement. In coming programs, we will see some classes will not work without importing few packages. If you write it, then only it will work. Understood? But lang is the only package which will be imported automatically. What is that? Automatically. So you can just make a note. This is default package and it is imported automatically. Everyone, is it clear? Online students. So now here, if you want, you can see here, you can just write the import statement, import java.lang. Can you see the package? So if you want, just for checking, java.lang.what? Star. So there are so many predefined classes in the lang package. So without importing, it will work automatically. Okay, dot star means everything. If you want only specifically some class, then you have to use it. System. Okay, if you want only system to be imported because we used it, you can import it. But without importing only, it is working because it is done automatically. Clear, everyone? Okay, so any questions so far? Any doubts? Till whatever we have discussed, do you have any doubts? Is it clear the process? Online students, is it clear the process of execution? Anyone, if you have any doubts, let me know. Clear? Okay. So I will just share you one number also, like every day. So you have to share the message to that number so that they will give you the recordings. Yeah. This is the number, everyone. Those who are attending, you can just give a message to this number so that they will share the demo links. Yesterday's, today's, and demo one session also, so that you will can go through that once, whoever missed. Okay, just take a 1 minute time and all of you try to send a message to this number so that they will share the recording. I shared in the chat box also. Go through it once. So, any questions last few minutes, everyone? ఏమైనా doubts ఉన్నాయా? Or any questions we can discuss? Okay, so till here, everyone create it and practice it so that in the next session we will discuss about the some how to create a single line and multi-line comments, and also we will discuss about like what are the basics of the language. Like we will see about the keywords, variables, and identifiers like that. But first, you need to know about the installation and everything. మీరు ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తుంటేనే మీరు వర్క్ చేయగలుగుతారు. సో ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఇన్స్టాల్ జేడీకే అండ్ ఎక్లిప్స్ ఆల్సో అండ్ కీప్ ఇట్ రెడీ. సో సో దిస్ ఫస్ట్ ఫ్యూ ఆఫ్ డెమో సెషన్స్ ఐ విల్ బి టేకింగ్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ 1 hour, and after the demo sessions have been over, from the Monday or something I will be taking for 1.5 hour session. Okay, so that we can cover more concepts and with more examples. Okay, and those who wanted to complete it fast, topics will be same, but you will be learning parallelly. Okay, if any front end batch starts after 1 month or 2 months, if you want to finish in 4 or 5 months, you will be joining to that. But those who want to learn step by step, I cannot learn too many things on a single day. Then after completing Java, then you can start with front end. As we discussed, completely we have three modules, right? Back end, front end, and database. After 1 month, you will be learning anyway database parallelly. That is common for everyone. But those who want to finish it as a fast track, parallelly, you can also learn what? Front end after 1, 2 months. So that by 4 or 5 months, you will finish full stack. That is how it is. But you will learn all the things. Okay, that is up to you. You can choose whatever option you want. Okay. So any more questions if you have, you can wait and ask me, or you can join in the tomorrow session. But don't miss the session because we will be discussing about some important concepts of core concepts. See, basics are very important. If you are missing these basics, it is difficult to follow. Okay. Yeah. So if anyone have any questions, please wait and ask. Otherwise, you can leave the session, because few new people are also there in the offline. So I will talk to them and I'll clarify their questions also. క్లాస్లో మీకు ఈ రెజ్యూమ్ ప్రిపరేషన్, హెచ్ఆర్ సెషన్స్లో కూడా రెజ్యూమ్ బిల్డింగ్, లింక్డ్ ఇన్ అకౌంట్స్, నౌకరీ అకౌంట్స్లో హెల్ప్ చేస్తారు. అండ్ ఆల్సో గ్రూప్ డిస్కషన్స్, ఇంటర్వ్యూలో మీకు జనరల్లీ మేనేజర్ రౌండ్లో కొన్ని క్వశ్చన్స్ అడుగుతారు కదా. కామన్గా టెల్ మీ అబౌట్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ అడుగుతారు. అది బేసిక్, అందరూ ఒకటే ఏదో బట్టి బట్టి చెప్తా ఉంటాం. అదే అలా కాకుండా మీకు జాబ్ ఇంపార్టెంటా, శాలరీ ఇంపార్టెంటా, ఎలా ఆన్సర్ చేయాలి, అలాంటి ట్రిక్కీ క్వశ్చన్స్, అలాంటివి మోర్ దాన్ 200 డిస్కస్ చేస్తారు. ఓకే, సో ఆఫ్టర్ ఫ్యూ వీక్స్ మీరు హోల్ డే ఉండేలాగా ప్లాన్ చేసుకుంటే మీకు 100% అడ్వాంటేజ్ ఉంటుంది. లేదు మ్యామ్, నా కమ్యూనికేషన్ బాగుంది, నాకు స్కిల్స్ బాగున్నాయి, నాకు ఇవేం ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, యాప్టిట్యూడ్ కూడా బాగా వచ్చు అంటే ఫోర్స్ చేయం. ఈ 3 మాడ్యూల్స్ మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా రెగ్యులర్ అటెండ్ అవ్వాలి. మిగతా కమ్యూనికేషన్ హెచ్ఆర్ సెషన్స్ మాత్రం అది మీ ఇష్టం. అటెండ్ అయితే మీకే బెనిఫిట్ ఉంటుంది. లేదు మాకు వచ్చు అంటే ఫోర్స్ చేయమన్నమాట. ఓకే. బట్ ప్రాక్టీస్, అసైన్మెంట్స్, టెస్ట్ మాత్రం అందరు ఖచ్చితంగా రాయాలి. అటెండెన్స్ ఉండాలి, ఎయిదర్ ఆన్లైన్ ఆర్ ఆఫ్లైన్. ఇఫ్ యూ మిస్, యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ ఎ ప్రాపర్ రీజన్, దెన్ వీ కెన్ కన్సిడర్ ద అటెండెన్స్. బికాస్ దీస్ ఆల్ విల్ వర్క్ ఫర్ యువర్ placement assistance, your mock interview score, your attendance, everything. So it will help in the final placement assistance. And also, when you are providing internship certificate, so we'll provide from our parent company, Yokta Technology, 6 months internship certificate. For that certificate also, you have to attend regularly, give the interviews and do the project. I will tell one project and I'll help you in doing one more. So, avi kuda avasaramé meeku. Okay? Yeah. So I'm going to end the session. If any questions are there, you can ask. Vignesh, do you have any question? Manogna and Vignesh? Okay, then thank you. Join tomorrow also at the same time.